So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another stream. And what should I say? Perfect recovery as of today, same as yesterday predicted. Okay, let's have a look into the market, because today there was not only one space stock, but actually two stocks that were great to purchase. And the markets are quite positive, as I expected it today. If you watched my stream yesterday, and if you watched my stream on Friday, you would have known that this recovery is set to happen. And as you can see, it's actually happening. So I think that it's quite interesting what will happen, because people like Goldman and Sachs say the new version maybe puts the stock rally on hold, which I don't think it will, but we shall see. Right here you can see a little bit of the lineup, and since March 2020, it's just unbelievable what happened to the stock market overall, which is absolutely fantastic, right? But let's talk about space. Space had not that of a great day. As you can see here, -3%, and I think there wasn't any Virgin Galactic. Let's have a look. I don't think there were any news so far. Let's have a look what the news say, but this is just about the next flight, and Virgin Galactic obviously is the one with the Amaze winning game or quiz or whatever this was. And then they talking about Blue Origin's next astronauts as well. That is very soon, guys, the next launch. But Virgin Galactic had another red day, and it seems like it's just falling and falling and falling. And let's have a look into the stock chart, and you can see here it's now important that the support level at $16 or $15.48 is holding up. It's a very big support here, so it's pretty much where you can really buy the stock if you want to have a nice entry point, right? So that's why I said today was a really great day to purchase more of Virgin Galactic. The next support is somewhere here at $11, but I still think that before that we could also have a support here. $12 or $14 is also a support, I think. So I think now it's a great time to buy. But I'm buying every month, so now it's the time for me to purchase more, and this is actually the best let's say version or strategy to buy. But there was even one more company that I love also, and love is exactly also their ticker symbol. Lovesec also had a bad day today. Started to open with 68 and then going back to 64 even. And if you're going into the 6 months period, we are not that far anymore from the lows in September. And you remember what happened then the earnings came out, and the earnings helped the stock just dramatically to go up. And the earnings for Love is actually very, very soon. I think it's on the 8th of December, so just a couple of days, and we should again see stellar numbers here in this company. So that's pretty much for the two stocks that I wanted to talk about. But there's also one of my favorite analysts, Tom Lee, just came out today again on CNBC. And he was actually talking about what he thinks will happen, and that the stock rally will continue. So let's just have a look what he actually said.
Where's your mindset right now?
Well, I think Friday was a massacre, for markets, because it was a short window not a lot of liquidity, and you could see by the panic in the VIX, it was the fourth largest ever, according to Charles Bolello, that was investor panic. And generally, in an environment like this, early in expansion, I think you have to buy the dip. So I think markets are very viable here. I don't know if today's the bottom, but I think the low is sometime this week. And I think the year-end everything rally is actually still in play.
Really? So you don't even see this postponing what would have ordinarily been or what would be a year-end melt-up?
Carl, I mean, it's a great question because, as you know, markets have a lot of things to worry about. And as you know, COVID continues to be unpredictable. But we also know that every variant has had an expiration date. I mean, we just have to look at Florida, where cases have virtually disappeared there, but they were in the heart of the Delta surge over the summer. And with this wall of worry and skepticism, and especially over the weekend, people think that there would be a lot of follow through today. I think people did take a lot of risk off the table. And as you know, if people are off sides at a time when we had a seasonal strength, I think that's the rally still intact.
Tom, what do you make of what's happened to some of the, I guess, riskier stocks, the growth names like Chegg, Stitch Fix, Zoom, C3 AI? I mean, we talk about kind of moderate dips in some tech names that maybe you want to buy, but then some of these names have had dramatic, you can't even just call them dips, they're plunges. Do you think about the value of their innovation differently? Do you think about what's a bargain differently in this kind of situation?
John, that's a great question. I mean, I think one of the magic of tech stocks is, one is that historically they're all great compounders, right? Because a company really finds and really shows a lot of strength and dominance in a market, and they capture a lot of value because there isn't a lot of capex behind it. But that compounding of earnings sometimes gets overexpressed as a multiple expansion. And I think a lot of the stay-at-home stocks that you're citing are derating, even though they're structurally good businesses. If I looked at where tech has a chance for the multiples to actually expand faster than earnings, I think it's going to be the FANG complex. Stocks like Amazon and Apple and Facebook and Google and Netflix, they've compounded earnings in 2021, but actually saw a multiple compression. So I think those are the names in 2022 that could really power tech.
Hey, Tom, since you're a Bitcoin bull, I have to ask you, if Dorsey is getting ready to focus on what he calls his true passion, Bitcoin, what does that mean for the crypto complex? I mean, this is a guy who has created two hugely important companies in two very important spaces, fintech and social media. Will he do the same for Bitcoin? Will that give it a leg over Ethereum? What do you think? Is it bullish for crypto?
Yes, it's bullish for crypto. One thing to keep in mind is that crypto is the intersection of financial services and technology. I mean, that's literally 60% of the economy. I mean, really, financial services is the other half of GDP. So it's a huge market, and there isn't enough capital actually allocated towards crypto innovation. So it takes people like Jack Dorsey to really marshal focus, and I don't think this space is overinvested yet. So I think it's still earliest days, not only for things like projects like Bitcoin or Ethereum, but really for the amount of crypto equities, businesses that are built around crypto. I think this is still the earliest days.
So as you can see, one of my favorite analysts here, Tom Lee, is saying that we are about to see a market rally, okay, towards the end of the year. And I'm in the same camp, because yesterday I showed you this graphic, but I show it to you again. Usually the week after such a huge spike in the VIX, you can see here in the number 4 was actually Friday. Usually after this big moves into the VIX, the week after, the months after, looks very good. Okay, so with that said, I think that's all what you need to know for now. And yeah, I'm still very bullish on space. There's no big news to talk about, but this kind of great opportunities. Another 3% discount, 4 months end. Everybody getting salary. I don't know. Put one and one together, and we having a space party very soon. So I'm getting a lot of messages that people are putting their average down, and as more as you put your average down, at some point you reach like maybe 18 and 20 and 25, so that when the stock goes back to 30, 45, you make already a great profit. And I think this is the power of averaging your position down. Shout out also to all the viewers out there. You are watching from Trinidad, Tobago, Holland, USA, Colorado, Prague, Russia, Germany. Thank you very much for that. And don't forget to smash the like button. And there's 50% off in the X10 Masterclass. The link is in the description. You can get lifetime access to the Discord, where we have a great group. Let me show it to you. Where we talk about Virgin Galactic and all other stuff. It's very active. Hundreds of people in there talking about Tesla, talking about memes as well. So if you want to get into that, I think it's a fantastic group where I love to read in the evenings throughout the day. And if you want to join, 50% off with thanks 50 is the discount code. Check it out in the description, and see you tomorrow. Thank you very much, and